he is, Russell Springsteen, Right Brain Brewery. How you doing?
I'm doing excellent. How are you doing?
We were talking off air. We were talking off air.
Yeah, now you see me, now you don't.
Yeah, we were talking off air, and then all of a sudden, while the music was playing, you like took off. I'm like, no, don't leave, don't move. You were good. You were sounding great.
I was sitting in the pub, and I knew that would be a constant flow of interruptions. So
that's okay. We have a lot of people joining us around the state of Michigan, and feel free to post your comments, folks. We'll try to get to them here on Facebook Live. But right now, if you've been to Russell's place up in Traverse City, Right Brain Brewery, please give us a like, maybe a thumbs up or a heart or something, just so we can see the love. I'm sure Russell would appreciate that. But we are going to debut or announce Beer of the Week here shortly. But while we're waiting, Russell, can you just give us a little background on your history? Because I know that you've been around for a long time, since like 2007, right?
That's correct. Yeah, we opened up in the fall of 2007, a month after the economic crash. So I started in the warehouse district in Traverse City. It was undeveloped at the time, and I was cutting hair. I was a hairstylist by trade, but my dream was to be a brewer. So we opened up the Salon Saloon in 2006, and we opened up Right Brain Brewery in 2007. And it's been an interesting ride since then. So, yeah.
I love it because I believe your catch line was, let's see, we snip and you sip, right?
Yeah, we snip, you sip. Yeah, so.
I think that's fantastic. And I know at one time you were still cutting hair once a week.
Yeah, I cut hair for the first 2 years of the business, and then in 2009 I sold the salon and pretty much retired. A few years ago I came back and tried to do it one day a week, but it didn't. I lasted for about a year, but I already worked 70 hours a week, so it's just too hard. Kind of creativity of cutting hair and coloring hair.
No question. So, okay, so you're in Traverse City. You're no longer in the warehouse district. You're kind of out of town a little bit, right?
Yeah, we have our own freestanding building. We're down on 16th Street, so we're 10 blocks from downtown, and it's been great. It's allowed us to continue to grow. We have our own parking. We're right on the Boardman Lake, so you can actually paddle to Right Brain Brewery. So, yeah. If you have a kayak, or you can swim if you want to.
The brewery, though, like everyone dealing with this COVID-19, can you give people an idea kind of what you guys went through for a few months, because you're finally back open and things are moving along?
We didn't do anything for 2 months. We closed down. I decided to close down 2 days before the state made us. It just felt something wasn't right. And I was afraid for my employees. I had advisors that I work with, and we'd been talking about this since the beginning of February. So we kind of had a plan. We just didn't know when it was going to happen or how long it would last. So we closed down, and we were closed down for 10 weeks. My wife and I would come in 7 days a week and sit and try to figure out what we were going to do. I immediately laid everyone off because I had no idea where it was going. I did have a brewer that would come in part-time. We would continue to brew small batches for our yeast starters so that we could keep our yeast healthy and alive. So when we started back up, we were 2 feet on the ground. So that was good. I just sat there thinking about how we were going to do this. And basically, I sold the food truck. I didn't want to deal with food anymore. I never ever did want to. Originally started with no food. I went back to my original model, which was make the best beer you possibly can and serve it and drink it. And so that's all we do. And it's been incredibly, it was really a great decision, because I had no idea how we were going to I didn't know what the rules were going to be. Still don't on a daily basis. So found out there were we got set back a little bit. For tomorrow we will be, but it really, we skate through because we're a brewery. We get to stay open. I'm going to cut back my capacity a little bit. I never went to 50% to begin with, because I wanted my staff to feel safe and comfortable, and I wanted our patrons to feel that way as well. We expanded the outside seating area. try to do the best we could on as low budget as possible.
Yeah.
So.
Well, before we get to beer of the week, I love your motto, and folks, don't leave because we're definitely gonna reveal beer of the week here momentarily. But I love your motto, which you talk about going back to your roots. Your roots have always been keep beer curious. You're known for taking some chances. I've seen you put pies in beer, asparagus in beer, pig parts in beer.
True.
You like to keep things curious.
We do keep it curious. We think about it.
Yeah,
I've had an interesting run, being at the beginning of the industry, doing all of our crazy things got me a lot of unwanted attention from the feds, and I had to appease them. But it was a good learning experience. We were on board. I take it pretty serious, trying to make the best, safest product available in the market. So
yeah. Awesome. All right, well, let's get to it. And folks, like I said, we're talking to Russell Springsteen from Right Brain Brewery in Traverse City, Michigan, and he's taking a sip there of beer of the week. Let's unveil it right now. Our pick for beer of the week is the Ring Finger Session IPA.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about this while I crack it open.
It's a nice, easy drinking session IPA. It's made with all local hops. We brought the ABV down to 3.8, so it's pretty easy to drink. It's a pretty simple malt forward with 3 hops that are grown here in Traverse City. I really wanted to showcase Traverse City and our ability to grow hops up here. So we've got Cascade, Centennial, and Chinook. We dry hop it with Cascade and Centennial. It's a nice, easy drinking, flavorful beer. It's not going to be super bitter. It's going to have that nice, a little bit of aromatic, and you can really get the Cascades and then just a nice, soft hop mouthfeel to it. I really enjoy this beer. Yeah.
That's a hop forward aroma, and it comes out. It's so strong and vibrant.
Yeah, without blowing your palate out. It's not one of those IPAs that are going to be so bitter that you can't taste the next few beers after it. So,
and I love that color too.
Just a little bit of caramel color to it. Yeah, we're pretty excited about this. We knew, I really put it off for a long time. I didn't want to jump into doing what everybody else was doing, but the consumers were demanding it. And so
wow, we
figured it out. We wanted to have some fun packaging. We wanted to kind of show where we're from. We're located at the tip of the ring finger.
That's where you get it from. I love the taste. It's not overly bitter at all. I get a little malt there as well.
That's on purpose, John.
You know what you're doing.
Yeah, you figured it out along the way.
No kidding. That's a great session IPA, and we call them session IPAs because
you can have a good long session with them and still be able to not stumble out.
That's right. Well, 3.8%, you can have a couple and you still get through that meeting, that Zoom call that you have to do.
We're in northern Michigan, so we know we have to get, on the beach and on a boat to the golf course. When we know we're going to be outside.
Sure.
We are, especially this summer.
Now, when we were setting this up, you said to me, "Well, we think this session IPA can hang with the big boys." I love that confidence there. And it does drink great. Who are the big boys when it comes to session IPAs?
Oh, I think there's one in Grand Rapids that's doing pretty well with it. One over in Kalamazoo, they figured it out as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'll look up to them.
But no, this is definitely a great tasting beer. I think people will really enjoy it. How long has it been out? Because I don't really remember this one.
We released it in early June.
Okay.
We had planned on releasing it back at the end of March, early May is what we were really shooting for. We were a little bit behind, but then the COVID came, the shutdown came. Our packaging company ended up making COVID tests, and we got pushed back a little bit. And it was kind of hard to argue with that. And then our label company, they got COVID and shut down for a week, and they're still behind. That was at the beginning of June. It's been an interesting summer. You just kind of have to put your head down, keep rolling, be really patient, and kind of roll with whatever's coming at you.
Now, Russell, is there an aluminum can shortage? That's what I'm hearing these days. Is that true?
Yeah, that's a rumor, huh?
That's the rumor.
Yeah, it is true. I've had several different breweries reach out to me and ask if they could get some cans or get some ends from us, and I don't have them. I don't have them to spare. Otherwise, I would. We knew it was coming since last fall, and early winter is when our suppliers kept saying there's going to be a problem. They wouldn't say what or why or how, but there's going to be a problem. So we started to stock up a little bit, and then we got a really good order in right in the early spring. So enough, and then we've got more cans coming in Monday. So it hasn't affected me yet. You know, we run a pretty tight inventory, but we planned ahead too. We knew it was coming. So there is one. It's gonna hurt the smaller guys, the smaller breweries who don't have the purchasing power. Now, we're not as big as people think we are, so it's been a struggle. It's been a little bit of stress, but we planned ahead, so I think we can sneak through it. And I think that in the fall they'll be able to catch back up and circle back through.
Well, Russell, it's so great to catch up with you. I've been a big fan of Right Brain, as you know. We were there in 2013 for a search for Michigan's best brewery. And I tell you what, one of my favorite beers of all time is your CEO Stout. And I'm assuming that's still one of your top sellers.
It is my top seller. It's huge. You know, we formulated that, so we don't want to call it a sessionable stout, but it is. We're probably never going to win an award with it, because it's a little light in body, but man, we're winning at the cash register with it. It's interesting. I started noticing women were drinking this. Women are the consumers. They're the one filling the grocery carts.
Right.
They have purchasing power. And I would get emails from women. Where can I find this? Where can I find this? And it's taken a long time to have a flagship beer be a stout, because distribution world and some retail don't believe that stouts can actually sell in the non-winter months. But I think we've proven that that's wrong. We sell as much in July as we do in November. So.
Well, I'll tell you, since maybe no one's listening here, but that is my beer on Christmas Day.
One of my staff meetings.
The CEO Stout on Christmas morning. I just a great, wake up and I get going, and then
I see them on. People are teeing off at 9 a.m. with the CEO Stout. So they'll Instagram. It's kind of funny.
What else do you want to let people know about Right Brain Brewery there in Traverse City that we haven't covered? Because like I said, some people haven't been up there yet.
Yeah, well, we're open. We have plenty of space. We have a really big pub. We have a lot of outside seating. We have a food truck if you're hungry, so we can accommodate people. The phone's been ringing off the hook all day long. Are we open? What's going on? How does this affect us? I don't really think it's going to affect us too much, and we've been preparing for it anyway for a few weeks. We thought we'd get rolled back or shut down, so I'm glad we just got rolled back a little bit. We're open. We've got samplers. Our sampler trays have been absolutely huge this summer. People come in. We've got a 6-ounce pours. You can choose anything you want off the menu. We don't limit it. It's a little upcharge for the premiums, but if you want to try a Thai peanut, you can get that on your sampler tray.
Try a what?
A Thai peanut.
What's that?
It's a cult following beer we make. It's pad Thai in a dish, or pad Thai in a pint.
Oh my gosh.
We custom blend our own peanut butter. We've got coconut oil in there. We had just a touch of cilantro and Thai chili pepper, so it's got a little bit of spice behind it. I don't distribute it. I don't put it in the market. You can only get it here. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I believe your other motto is, if you can grow it, we brew it, right?
If you can eat it, we can brew it.
If you can eat it, there you go. All right. It is, of course, the Ring Finger Session IPA, our pick for beer of the week. Russell, where can people get more information on Right Brain?
You can go to rightbrainbrewery.com, or you can go to our Facebook.
Well, I thank you so much for your time. It's good seeing you, and can't wait to get up there and get up there and visit again, right?
Yeah, you got to get out a little bit. Sorry.
All right. Take care, my friend.
Right, I appreciate it. Yeah,
folks,
enjoy the weekend.
You got it, folks. It's going to be warm. Folks, if you want to learn more about Michigan's best and, of course, what we have going on covering different breweries, go to MLive.com/Michigan Michigan's best. Take care. Have a great weekend, everyone. Get that IPA. All right. Take care. Bye.
Cheers. Thank you.
Cheers.